Whoa! It's the World Series.
Whoa.
That's the title of the episode. Yeah. I thought it was quite good.
I like the energy.
Yeah,
Can't lie, you scared the shit out of me, dude.
These guys weren't expecting it. Hey, I'm Gary. Welcome to a Brit Does Baseball Does podcast. It's our last 2025 playoff preview series. I cannot be happier. The nights are getting longer. The lights are getting dimmer. And the Cubs didn't make it to the World Series, so I'm a little bit still bummed about that. But none of our teams did, and that's okay. Anyway, welcome to a Brit Does Baseball Does podcast for this very special edition of Whoa, it's the World Series. I'm joined all the way across the other side of the pond by Sportsman Dan, who is just Dan, but he's now Sportsman Dan. Because
little special episode, a little special name. No, it's I want to let's just give ourselves a round of applause because I believe we all picked the Blue Jays to win the AL in our bracket, correct?
We did.
So we may not get everything right. I know there were some questionable comments on there that maybe we do not know ball. Don't worry, I replied to most of them in the petty fashion that the way I was feeling. But anyway, I'm glad we came through the Blue Jays. NL, though, I guess we're all rooting against the Dodgers yet again.
I think we were anyway. Speaking of rooting against the Dodgers, lifelong Giants fan, Cal is also with us. We've got a full house today. Cal, how are you doing?
Yeah, man. That's
anyway. As we said, it's the World Series preview. You've got all three of us on for this very nice recording. We're all in jackets. Two of us, I probably assume me and Cal are very cold because it's winter over in England. Dan, I think, is just making a fashion choice.
Yeah.
Either way, we're here all for it. We'll start off as we always do with some of Boo's hot takes. It's her last hot takes of the year. It's big. Oh, if I had a sound effect, I would play it, but I don't because we don't have the budget. If anyone wants to sponsor this podcast, that's exactly what you'd purchase: a soundboard. Anyway, I've lost track. So welcome to Boo's hot takes. Boo's been on Instagram. We've got 3 World Series based hot takes. Just so happens that the 3 that have been selected are all Blue Jays related. I promise no one actually sent me a Dodgers one. So one's kind of both. But let's get cracking. We will go from our good friend at White Sox Now, who sent us this first hot take. Vlad Guerrero Jr. will hit 4 home runs in the World Series. Let's start with Sportsman Dan, who's shaking his head. Where's that on the spice scale?
Very my tongue's burning already. Love to see it. It could happen. It won't happen unless all 4 of those home runs come against. Well, I'll say if 3 of them come against the bullpen and he hits one tonight, it could maybe we add a little milk or cream to that sauce and soften it up a little bit. But no, this is very spicy. I don't see Vlad doing that. Honestly, I don't think he's going to be their best hitter going into this series. I think I hate to be that guy again. Dalton Varsho's the man to watch.
Mr. October said one person ever. Cal, where are you ranking this on the spice scale?
On the spicier side of mild. I think it's a medium with a little bit of like extra black pepper on top. I think the line for me would probably be 3.5. Like I think 3 is doable and almost likely, but yeah, 4 is a lot in the 4 games it's going to take them to beat the Dodgers and win the World Series. It's a lot of home runs. But like I said, it comes against the bullpen. So if the Jays run away with it, I can see him getting 2 in 1 game, perhaps. Just absolutely beating up on him. But if it's a more normal series of baseball, I don't know. It's maybe just over the line where I feel comfortable saying yes, it will happen.
See,
I'll give him 1.5. I'll give him 2.
Ooh, see, I've got this as I'm going to go medium, but I'm going to go lemon and herb / accidentally ordered medium after a beer because I think Guerrero's popping off. I've just got a feeling. I think after the Yankee series, this guy has just been mashing it, even in the Yankee series.
We're not saying hits though. We're saying home runs.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a tall order. It's a tall order.
It is. Well, I think he'll get 4. I think I don't think that
I would place that bet if I were you. I mean, that's.
I'll have a look at the odds. But I've got this as quite a medium take. It's not out the realms of possibility. Let's say I feel like we're doing Vladdy a little bit injustice here, but
I think if they need the home runs, he'll hit the home runs, but it's more likely he's going to do the smarter thing and score the run. I think that's probably where, if it was he scores, 4 runs himself, then it's a little bit more easy to kind of jump on. But 4 home runs, I just don't. If he's in 4 positions that they need him to, I think he will. But I think he hits doubles. He puts bat to ball, hits it where they ain't, and then fucking George Springer scores a run.
No, I agree, Cal. It's like it's also situational. I mean, if he's getting up there and the Dodgers are ahead and it's 2 outs and there's nobody's on, they might just walk him. He might not get 4 home run pitches.
Yeah, very true.
Depends if Tanner Scott's back on the roster or not, but I don't think he is. Fair enough. Our second hot take, sent in by Ty, good friend Ty, who made Cal compliment the Dodgers a while ago, which was quite funny. Ty is a Dodgers fan, and Ty's gone, the Blue Jays may actually give the Dodgers a run for their money. Cal, do you want to kick this one off?
No. Yeah, they're going to give you a run for their money, and they're going to beat you. That's it. It's a mild take. They're going to win.
How many games? How many games, Cal?
Oh, we'll get on to that. Oh, so spoilers.
Okay.
Spoilers.
I'll save on that then. I've got the Vegas odds here, so I've just been peeking them. I mean, if we think they're going to give them a run for their money, you got plus 350 Dodgers in 5, plus 350 Dodgers in 6, and plus 500 Dodgers in 7. Everyone's telling you the Dodgers are going to run away with it. I would like it to be, the Blue Jays could possibly do something, but I know you don't really look at games 1 and 2 in the World Series, right? But games 1 and 2, I think, are going to be very telling in this. If the Blue Jays can steal one or both of those, yeah, we're looking at something. But unfortunately, the way the Dodgers are surging, I'm a little worried that they get those first 2 and we look at a sweep.
Well, what's that one statistic that in the last however many World Series where the team that's just swept to go into the World Series has lost all of them? It's like they're 0-4 in World Series. Like, the history's on the Jays side as well, as is good vibes and everybody that likes sport and happy endings.
Or a mixture of the two. Yeah, I've got this as a mild take because for the same reason, I think the Blue Jays are going to win. So if they're going to win, it can't be known. Maybe if you turn it around and say the Dodgers are going to give the Blue Jays a run for their money, it's a different hot take. But if we're going with this phrasing, I'm agreeing with Cal. And that's only because I think the Blue Jays are going to win. / hope they win, or I'll cry. That's our second hot take. Our third one, Ernie Clement is the World Series MVP. Dan, you can kick off.
Who submitted this? 10 out of 10 hot take.
I like it.
Mild. I know he's not the biggest power hitter, as in I think he's hit like 11 career home runs. But the most important thing is he went to the University of Virginia. Go Hoos. That experience, that pedigree, people constantly undervalue the ACC compared to the SEC in college baseball over here. I know Ernie Clement was not a name people were thinking of at the start of the season. I also know he's not a name anyone was thinking of halfway through the season. And even now, I'm not sure he's a name that anyone is thinking of for a World Series MVP. So I'll book it. I might throw a little tenor on it. Fantastic take here. I'm going to have to go medium because it is a little bit ludicrous, but I'm ready to believe.
Yeah, I'm going to go hot. Because I'm backing Dan all the way. I think Dalton Varsho is going to be Mr. October at this point. So you can't have to
hedge it with Varsho. There you go. Hedge your bet with Dalton Varsho MVP. You can't go wrong.
You definitely can.
Note to self: do not take any financial advice or betting advice from this podcast,
or do and become millionaires. This hot take was sent in by Daniel Woodrow, friend of the show. Everyone's a friend of the show.
Great name,
friend of the show. Cal, where have you got this?
I don't know. I think it might be someone else, but I think he's a lock for top 3.
Ooh.
I think that who's that one guy? Nathaniel Lucas, is that him? He's been I don't know. There's something different about him. I think he could be up there, but also George Springer just kind of keeps doing it with one leg. So I don't know. I think it might be one of the big names rather than WOAH, but I think he'll be up there. He's been very consistently good. With Bo Bichette coming back into the team, maybe because he's able to play again, which we'll get him to a bit more. Is he going to play as much? I don't know. I'd like for him to. I just think it might be a bigger name.
I respect that. And that's it for Boo's hot take. So a massive round of applause for Boo for her hot take work this year. She's been incredible, working hard on Instagram, getting suitors from other Greyhound rescues, being like, hey, do you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Boo's like, no, I work for a living. I'm an executive producer. I'm not on this podcast trying to whore out my dog. So that's the end of Boo's hot takes. Fantastic. Great hot takes. Thank you very much for the last ones for this year. I will do it in the off season, but it's the last one for this baseball season. So that counts. Anyway, I think we've got before the World Series, obviously there was the Championship Series. We had 2 matchups. We had the National League and the American League pennants up for grabs. We had 2 very different series. And we've reviewed every matchup so far that's happened, and it's only fair that we do it now. So you won't be shocked to say that Cal is not going to be reviewing the Dodgers Brewers, because I don't think Cal watched a single pitch from that game. Is that fair?
No, I did watch a little bit of the first game, I think. Like the highlights. I got halfway through the highlights and then couldn't take it.
Fair enough. So Dan's actually going to be covering this one for us. So Dan, the Brewers and the Dodgers, talk to us about it.
Yeah, did not quite go as I predicted. Apparently Jacob Mizorowski and Joey Ortiz did not perform at the high level. Although Miz did very well, but I guess baseball is a team game after all. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. They are very, very talented, even with that just terrible bullpen. But I guess when you get to throw Roki Sasaki with how many innings did he pitch this year? 50? Just get to throw him in as a closer. That'll help things a lot, apparently. I shout out the Brewers. Fun team. I never thought I'd be complimenting the Brewers. Andrew Vaughn, Christian Yelich. Caleb Durbin, Bryce Terang, Sal Frelick. Who are these guys? They're minor league all-stars is who they are, right? And then they finally all get on a team, a bunch of almost misfits, right? And then they almost, I want to say almost beat the Dodgers. They didn't, but it was fun. They knocked out the Cubs. That was fun, right, Gary?
No.
The Dodgers are proving that maybe, for the Brewers side, if the Dodgers win it all, they had a great season. But I do think there's a little disappointment there in Milwaukee. And given that roster, I'm not sure they'll be back in a position like that again soon.
So I think they got swept, wasn't it? 4-0?
Yeah, they were close in a couple games.
I'll give a shout out to Cal's going to hate this, but Shohei Ohtani for probably one of the greatest playoff games ever, throwing 6 innings of no run ball and homering just the 3 times in one game.
10 strikeouts too, right?
Yeah, I think it was double digits.
I missed that game. The next day I saw the box score. I'm like, yeah, that's one of those fake. I was like, oh, he really did that. Those are video game numbers. Okay.
It's just boring. We get it. You're fucking brilliant. Get over it.
I think this is the whole argument. People are now saying that Ohtani now has a legitimate claim. Not that he was any good before, just from this one playoff game that he could be one of the greatest ever players to have played the game.
No, yeah, obviously.
He's the second best player right now with a betting scandal. I'll just say that.
Are we going Luis Ortiz or Emmanuel Clase?
No, Pete, come on, Mr. 4,000 hits, Pete Rose.
Oh, but Pete Rose isn't active.
Oh, you said active. Oh, okay.
Yeah, in fact, Pete Rose.
No, Pete Rose is very not active, and we'll move on.
He's very dead.
Okay. Show some respect, Gary. He had 4,000 hits.
And probably bet on 4,000 games. yeah, the Brewers got stomped by the Dodgers. Fair play to them for getting there. I think Dan's right with regards to that roster. There are no star names on that roster. We're going to go back and forth on Christian fucking Yelich every day of the week. He didn't do anything.
He is a star, but okay.
He didn't do anything.
If you had Christian Yelich instead of Kyle Tucker, you guys are probably making the playoffs.
No, we won't.
I'm just telling you how it is, Gary.
No, I'm not gonna get dragged down to this level. Yes, Yelich did so well. I think he hit 200. Well done, Christian Yelich.
He's like 40.
Check those numbers. I don't know. I don't think he hit 200 in the playoffs.
Maybe in the Dodgers.
Definitely
We're gonna start doing like pardon the interruption. We're gonna do like a under review or whatever. We'll check our mistakes, but no, we won't digress right now.
We would run out of time if we checked our mistakes. Anyway, yeah, Dodgers smashed them. To put it nicely, their starting rotation is arguably the one to beat at the moment. And probably deserve to be in the World Series for it. Blake Snell, it helps when your starters can go 7 innings and Sasaki can go 1 inning, which means you just have to survive 1 inning out of 9 with insert pitcher here to make sure he doesn't shit the bed for you. But yeah, it was a fun series. Shohei Ohtani in Game 4, one of the best playoff appearances I think in the last 20, 25 years, if not ever. Fair play to him. We're going to move on to the American League pennant. Which Cal is going to run us through, and he's got a smile because he's very happy with the series as a whole, I think.
This may be the best series of baseball I've ever seen. Granted, I've not seen years and years and years of series of baseball, but whichever team lost was unlucky to lose, if that makes sense. Like the Mariners played so well. Just about the whole series, bar 2 games maybe, but you could say the exact same thing for the Blue Jays. I thought it was just incredible baseball all the time. The Mariners had a phenomenal season, and it's a real shame that they didn't make it. But it's one of the few times that the Brit Does Baseball curse hasn't happened, where we said that this series would be good for mankind and good vibes, but it really was. Every game was exciting. Every game had a lot of runs. Every game had a lot of great defensive plays. It was phenomenal, and the Blue Jays came out on top, and that's unfortunate for the Mariners. It's great for the Blue Jays. I was talking to friend of the show and member of the band, Mr. Josh Eldridge, and he was like, it would have been worse if it wasn't such a great series and the Blue Jays were such a good team. I'm not even angry about it. I'm just upset that we're not in the World Series. That was kind of the feeling, and I'm not sure if all Mariners fans share that sentiment, but I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't just like, they were the better team over 7 games. There's not much you can do about it. But no, the Blue Jays move on, and they will continue moving on past the Dodgers, who they won't even blink at, because I think the Mariners would have beaten the Dodgers too, if I'm honest with you. I think the Mariners and the Blue Jays have been 2 of the best teams this year, and this last series was the most important one to me to figure out who was truly the better team.
See, I'd like to give a shout out to a beefy boy that got traded to the Mariners, Josh Naylor.
Do you see that play made when he was running a second?
I just jumped up.
Yeah. I would do that, Gary. But after that, can you really give him a prop? I mean, that was
he tried.
They lost. You can. He lost.
Yeah, I love that's pretty bush league. I was just watching. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that. A guy tried to get hit in the head with the ball. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I watched Aaron Judge do it a few times this year, but that's fine.
Was he trying to catch the ball?
Yeah.
Did he jump? But to jump up into it like that, he's already 6'7". Yeah, that's true. That's true. I do remember that. Okay, fair enough, Cal. See, you do watch a lot of ball.
No. No, I watch some.
Can fake it.
There's no point. I'll get caught out so quick. I don't know anything, and that's fine.
Well, neither does your manager. He's only managed college.
That's fine. We'll get on to him. We'll spend 3 hours talking about the Giants at some point.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, Gary, just to start more arguments, but that's I guess
That's
what I'm
fine.
doing today.
It's been a long season. I feel like it would be weird if we didn't have an argument or two. Yeah, Josh Naylor came. Yeah, Josh Naylor trying to jump in and get hit by the ball at second base. Well, he tried and succeeded. I'm glad the umpires reviewed it and was like, "Yeah, no, you're out." Like Naylor's like,
You can't
"What?
do
No."
It's good because he's if it wasn't called out, like if they didn't change the ruling, then it would be bad. What the fuck are you doing? But because justice came back, we can be like, hell yeah, he tried.
Here, clip this, Gary. Shout out MLB officiating on getting that right.
Maybe we'll be back in Rob Manfred's good books until someone inevitably goes F Rob Manfred in the next 30 seconds. Probably Cal. Let's be honest.
For the record, we weren't just saying that in case they clip that. We were not saying.
Yeah.
We love Rob.
The Blue Jays did have to challenge it. The officials did call it as but whatever.
But they got it right.
Yeah, but you like to make John Snyder a little bit angry, didn't you? It's always funny when he pops up and he's one of the funniest managers when he's angry, just because he's a bigger guy and like
tomato face, dude.
See him get red exactly.
He's like Dana White level of tomato. I mean, that guy gets so great manager, by the way, fantastic manager.
Did you guys see when Max Scherzer just kind of told him no, and he went, all right, and
no, he didn't tell no. He like barked at him. No.
Scherzer looked at him as if like, if you take me off this mound, I'm gonna break your arm.
And we haven't seen that in so long. And I don't mean to quote myself here, but I said if you got Chris Bassett and Scherzer in the long game, keep both of them, which they did. It can't hurt. And sure enough, yeah, go to Scherzer in October. He's going to become a madman. I don't care if he's 70 years old.
No,
42, same thing.
He's who you want on your team. Who would you rather have, Scherzer or Tyler Glasnow, who I've only seen explode during games this year? I've not seen him be dominant once, I don't think.
He doesn't have dominant. Look at him. He looks like a surfer. That if he cuts his hair, I know. I'm pro long hair, but yeah, there's something about him. He just with that look, just he needs to get maybe. Look, me, I have no tattoos myself. Maybe start mixing in some a neck tattoo, Tyler. I don't know. He's gonna have to do something because I agree, Cal. If he's getting on the mound, I don't think anybody's intimidated.
It's a win for the Blue Jays if he starts a game. Just give it to him. And I like
think the Dodgers will probably hide him. They're going to hide him. I mean, it's going to be Snell, Yamamoto, Ohtani, and then Dave Roberts is going to be like, okay, we're up 3-0. What do we do here?
I think they just give him the opposite schedule. And they're like, no, first game's in Toronto, actually. We'll see
the first game is in Toronto.
No, and then it's at home. You stay here. We'll come pick you up.
Anyway, Mariners Blue Jays ended 4-3 to the Mariners. George Springer 4-3 to the Blue Jays. Bloody hell! It was 4-3 as well in the final game. George Springer 3-run home run, absolutely electric. The man's got one working leg after getting drilled by one of the Mariners pitchers. Wears a knee brace just like I do. What can I say? I was doing it before he was.
No, George Springer's definitely stealing your swag, Gary.
For sure.
Fine, he can have it if he takes it to the World Series. So we are where we are. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays are about to duke it out in the best of 7 series for the World Series. I will say it's the first time when was the last time the Blue Jays made it to the World Series? 25 years? 30?
90.
When they won, the last time they won it, right?
Yeah, 93.
Sure, 1993, whatever, like 30 years ago. This is the first time in a while where the World Series is actually going to be played with 2 teams in different countries, as opposed to just the World Series being 2 American teams.
Well, who the Blue Jays play in 93?
I'm saying since 93. It doesn't matter. I'm saying like,
what kind of statistic is that?
I'm just it's just ludicrous that you guys call it the World Series.
You go for ESPN pulling these or Apple TV. They would love that. Throw that up there on the board.
If they want to hire me as an analyst, go for it.
Is it not called the World Series because it was sponsored by the World News newspaper? I thought that was why it was the World Series.
Maybe.
I think it's like a sponsorship thing rather than an international biggest game thing. We'll fact check that.
You can call it.
They need to play the champions of the Japanese league and the champions of the Korean league. I know that. Let them maybe duke it out, and the winner of all that gets to play the U.S. the MLB champions. But man, that would be. They talk about growing the game. How cool would that be?
Guys, we need the Champions League, but for baseball.
But the problem is, one guy would get hurt on like a $300 million deal, and then that would be the end of that. None of these owners would ever want to do it again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any of us. So GB might have a chance.
Facts. Could you imagine the London Mets versus the fucking Phillies?
And on that note, we're going to pause for halftime. When we come back, we're going to be previewing the World Series. We're going to be giving our final World Series predictions. We're going to be doing a Blue Jays and Dodgers combined World Series team, a lot of World Series related. And then we're going to end with Start Bench Cut, because why the fuck not? See you after the break. Hi there, welcome back to a Brit Does Baseball Does podcast. I want your opinion in the comments, folks. Are boats and ships different, or is every ship a boat, or every boat a ship?
Every ship's a boat.
Please let him know in the comments. I'll let them answer that.
Dan's just going to be commenting saying ships.
Yeah, from different accounts though. And you're like, no, I think our 6,000 viewers will definitely respond.
Well, for 6,000 followers, I wouldn't say we've got 6,000 listeners.
Close enough.
If you are following and not listening, what are you doing with your life? We've been going for 9 months now. Come on. Come join the party.
And the content will keep coming, whether people like it or not. So we'll be those guys. And I don't think we do it often. Please like, follow, and subscribe. It costs nothing to you, and it helps us out a lot.
That felt gross.
We tried being those guys, and then YouTube banned us. Anyway, welcome back to...
Is that why, Gary? Is that why?
Welcome back to WOAH. It's the World Series. Great way to cut that off there. So we've got the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. They're going to be duking it out. The first 2 games are in Toronto. Then they go to LA for free, and then they come back to Toronto for 2 games at the end if needed.
Wait, I thought they started in LA.
No, they're starting at the Rogers Center because Toronto were the higher seed. Better record. This
changes everything. This changes everything. No, it doesn't. But
It does.
2 in Toronto, 3 in LA, 2 in Toronto. The Dodgers are coming off a 4-0 whitewash of the Milwaukee Brewers for the National League. And the Mariners and Blue Jays went the full 12 rounds, the full money. And I say they won it on points if we're going to use a boxing reference. Or Jules Springer knock someone out. I don't mind. Either which. 2 very different roads to the World Series. Dodgers seem to have kind of cruised their way through, I'd say. The Blue Jays have been in a fight every single round they've been in. Of which there's been 2. And now we're left. We started the year with 30 teams. Then we lost the Rockies after about 2 weeks. And then we ended up with just 2 teams left. It's gonna be a good matchup. I think we've got good versus evil. We've got money versus vibes. We've got the West Coast versus America's favorite state being Canada. Canada's my favorite state out of America.
My dog barked. Did you hear that? I mean, even Milo couldn't handle that comment, Gary.
I'm running out of juice. It's getting late in the year.
Well, let me take over here.
Yeah,
Sorry, spew more nonsense. I do, to kind of continue your boxing reference. And sorry, you're not spewing nonsense. I'm not trying to be that curmudgeon-y. The Dodgers could have a little ring rust here, right? The Blue Jays have played a more recent game, and they've had enough rest. I think all the pitchers are fine, right? Now that we keep talking about it, I'm almost like, if the Blue Jays win a couple of those first games, why not Toronto in 5 games? Now, if they don't do it early, I do think the only way they win is in 7. So yeah, I might hedge a little Toronto in 5, and then Toronto in 7. And now I'm speaking more like a betting mind, but I say this because the Blue Jays, I cleared a 9-leg parlay on them recently, so now I just feel like I know what I'm doing, and that's dangerous. But we're still up, and I still am probably going to take the Blue Jays in 5 and spread a little on 7. Dodgers in the safe bet. My prediction is Dodgers in 5, maybe Dodgers in 6. I would be very careful betting this straight up because I think, there's no money to be made taking one or the other. It's more like a 60-40 shot versus a 50-50. Would y'all agree? Dodgers have an advantage, but there's enough that could upset them that I want to just take Dodgers money line to win the World Series.
No, Yeah, like you said, I think it depends a lot on these first two games. If Toronto takes game one, I think they also take game two. But I think if the Dodgers take game one, they also take game two, and
Yes.
then probably game three, and then the Blue Jays have to do it all again.
Dude, I'm getting so excited for tomorrow. That's what I know. I'm going to overreact after game one, and I'm going to overreact after game two. But I do think it's telling. I mean, are the Dodgers coming out slow, or are they just picking up the juice right where they left off? Otani's just been, I don't know, playing with his dog, putting in some soccer bets, whatever he does in his free time, and comes in refreshed and ready to play.
I'll be honest, I'd be more worried about Blake Snell. Yeah, Blake Snell was courtside for the Lakers game in the week, like for opening night, and he also was messaging. He was dropping messages on the Discord or something saying anyone want to play FIFA or the show. So he's the game one starter for the Dodgers. He's just chilling. He's vibing.
That's fine. He doesn't have to be fucking warming up for 6 weeks before the game. You can play FIFA and go watch basketball. That's okay.
I
That's
feel like, yeah, I'm agreeing with Cal here. I feel like that's what you want from a pitcher, to just be a weirdo who's like, I mean, it's my job. I pitch, but like, dude, I love basketball. He's 6'7", he's just playing 2K. And I'm sure when he gets in the game, he'll probably, I'm afraid he might be lights out. Blake Snell in October is scary.
No, I think you're going to see early last season Blake Snell that I got quite familiar with. And yeah, he becomes the new Verlander of the offseason. And Blue Jays put up 12 in the first three, and it all goes wonderfully right.
So you both made good points about whoever takes the first game is probably going to take game two. And, we're worried if the Dodgers take game one, they probably take game two. What you need to remember is the Mariners took the first two games from the Blue Jays in that series in Toronto.
Yeah, but the Mariners aren't the Dodgers, is the quite important thing. The Mariners score runs by hitting home runs almost exclusively, whereas the Dodgers, fucking annoying little bastards. They just keep hitting the ball. They're exactly like the Blue Jays, but they're less good at it. So they'll hit home runs, but they'll do like Freddie Freeman. It's in his contract. If he doesn't hit a double, they actually take away ligaments out of his knees. That's why he can't bend them anymore. So yeah, he only hit what 700 doubles this year. So
701.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I could see a Freddie Freeman bomb game one. I mean, that guy's been a little not quiet, but after Otani put up that, he's like, I also have some power too. And let's not forget last World Series, right? That was pretty remarkable.
He was good. He is good, but he is Canadian. So
That didn't stop Naylor.
Yeah, it's all right. He had Seattle's close enough.
It's just over the border.
It's next door. I do think that the Dodgers will win game 3 no matter what. No matter who's playing, no matter what happens, I think the Dodgers will win the first game in Los Angeles. It just seems like a foregone conclusion, really. The Blue Jays will be tired. They've played a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
It's a fucking long journey from Toronto to Los Angeles, and also, just the home crowd having been so with them, even in Seattle. There were a lot of Blue Jays fans there. I don't think there's going to be quite as many in Los Angeles, and I think that noise might get to them a little bit for game 1. I think they'll even it out. It could be a good time to put Bo Bichette back in and see what he's doing, see how he's holding up.
He might start it short. I heard he's back with the team.
I'm glad you brought it up. I don't think you can put Bo Bichette in the field. I think he needs to be your DH.
You'd struggle to start him for sure. But a couple games in, you give someone a little bit of rest.
It might be over a couple of games in.
Well,
I think you DH him. If George Springer can run and play the field, I think you DH him.
Who'd you rather have in the field? I mean, Springer or Bo Bichette? I'd throw Bo at short. And if he's really bad, then we do a little phantom IL. Okay, Milo. I don't think it's that hard to take. You put him on the phantom IL and work that way. But throw him at short, and maybe it's like trial by fire. You paid him all that money.
Second. You keep Bernie Clement at short and have Bo at second. He's not He's not a great defender.
I don't see that happening, but
I think
does he have a Gold Glove?
I don't think so.
I think everyone has a Gold Glove.
I think I have one.
That is
I was a
statistically
finalist.
not true, Gary.
I was a finalist for this year's Gold Glove, I think.
I was not.
It was me and Francisco Lindor. It was quite a weird one. I did lose the fan vote, but it was close.
That's why there shouldn't be fan votes in MLB. Anyway, but on the Bichette point, I think you DH Bichette because who else are you DHing if you're the Blue Jays?
David Schneider, the babe.
Pardon?
There's magic in him. He's proved it before. Just let him hit. Let him have fun.
Schneider is the ultimate vibes guy. And he can help that team the most in the dugout. You want to keep him in the dugout as much as possible.
Yeah, he'll go hit a home run real quick so he can get back with the boys.
I take Ernie Clement home run over Schneider for sure.
Ooh,
gentlemen, shake on that.
All right, I think Schneider's more likely to get a home run pitch than Ernie Clement. Ernie Clement going to bunt every at bat, and he will reach base, and they will score. It's what he does now.
Quick question: who's faster around the bases, John Snyder or Alejandro Kirk? Bearing in mind that Alejandro Kirk was thrown out of first this season after hitting the ball into the outfield.
Schneider.
Kirk, though, is he's great, but he's not. I think it would be a close matchup between myself and him. We're both similar builds. We're the same height. I think it would be very close, and I'm not very fast. Hey, Alejandro, if you want to race, hit me up.
I think he'll have to come to us. Yeah, just a quick one on the rotations. The Dodgers have got Snell, Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow. The Blue Jays are probably countering with Kevin Gausman. Trey Savage is going to get the ball in game one. Max Scherzer's probably going to get a start. I've not been too big on Shane Bieber in the playoffs. I don't think he's been cutting the mustard, let's say.
He's been getting better. His last start was better than the one before that, but he's been injured for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, it's the fucking World Series. It doesn't matter how you've played all year. These are now individual performances every single night. You could have been throwing like shit, but listen, Matt, this is the dream for these dudes, and the Blue Jays may not get this opportunity again.
Said you're not going to start Bo Bichette?
Not game one.
No, I'm throwing him in there. No chance I'm not.
He's a bit of a wild card, to be fair. You can't prepare for him if you don't know if he's actually there. I don't know. I do think the Jays are going to do it, but the Dodgers are going to make it close. The other thing that you've got to think about as well is that if the Blue Jays win, then there is more chance that baseball is played in 2027. If the Dodgers win, there is no chance. So does MLB do some match fixing?
Oh, yeah, some juice balls.
Yeah.
I think some of the Guardians guys know some people if they want to bet on it.
Well, Ohtani knows quite a few himself. But if the Blue Jays win, then immediately there's controversy because, Yankees fans are all upset saying that they're cheating. It's like, well, they got a hotel in center field. It's almost like they knew what pitch was coming. No, your pitchers are just ass. It's fine. Get over it. There will be the cheating calls, but then there will also be did MLB make the Dodgers lose to try and avoid the lockout? Like all this stuff.
I don't think anybody's saying that, but now they might, Cal. That's an interesting conspiracy. I haven't heard that one.
Have you not?
I have not.
Saw it on Twitter like a few weeks ago. It's not an original thought. I can't take credit for that, but you think about it.
Wait, you saw it on what?
I saw it on someone actually handed me a piece of paper. It was printed out. And it was just Manfred's face, and it said, "Trust him." No, I don't.
Hard to argue with that.
We're going to replace Boo's hot takes with Cal's conspiracies in the off season.
Oh, I've got so many.
That is.
And the universe isn't constantly expanding; it's breathing, but we've not been monitoring it long enough to see it come back in on itself. Think about it.
Anyway, So we're gonna anyway. So that's our World Series preview, along with some conspiracy theories, just to end that with. We're gonna move on to the Dodgers and Blue Jays. Brit does baseball's combined team. Caveat: we're gonna have to come to a consensus, and there are 3 of us, which means Cal's gonna vote for the Blue Jays at every opportunity, and me and Dan have the opportunity to block him, which is important. So we're gonna start with the catchers. For the Blue Jays, this is a combined World Series team. We're going to do full positions, DH. We'll do 3-man rotation, and we'll end with a rotation. I don't really know enough about the bullpens on the Blue Jays side. I know they've got a couple of good names in there, but we'll do 3-man rotation. We'll do a 4-man rotation. 4-man rotation, full position, DH. We'll start with the catcher. For the Blue Jays, you've got the spiritual successor to Danny Burgers, the better, the more talented Alejandro Kirk. And for the Dodgers, you've got a namesake of the Men in Black actor. Keep your wife's name out of my damn mouth, Will Smith. I think there's a case.
was an all-star too. Let's not do Danny Burgers too dirty.
Anyway, who would you guys have out of these 2 as your catcher? Cal, I know you're going to pick the Kirk, but give me a reason why.
He's been better this year.
Statistically false.
No, he has. Look at him. Look at him and tell me that everything that man does is not a feat of pure sporting miracle. He's been better this year because he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, it's a nice story, but like Will Smith is actually better than him at everything baseball related, except for maybe vibes.
Oh, there we go. And what is
and Will Smith can actually run, not only for a catcher, but as a player, he can run. I think he could probably lap Kirk before he got to second. I think he could run 6 bases before Kirk got 2.
Probably, but
I'm not with Will Smith.
Have on your team
Will Smith.
Yeah, you suck.
Well, as I said, we're putting it to the vote, and this one is probably not going to happen a terrible amount. I'm going to agree with Cal. Alejandro Kirk's going to be taking the cake because he is a beefy boy that plays baseball.
Captain Kirk.
So Alejandro Kirk is the Brit Does Baseball's catcher. We're going to move on to first base.
This is a spicy one, to be fair.
This is going to be spicy. We can get creative if we want, because I feel like I want to get a bit creative with it. For the Dodgers, you've got Fredwood Freeman with his 1.5 knees. For the Blue Jays, you've got Vlad Guerrero Jr. Now, Dan, which one are you taking out of the 2?
This is crazy. I'm going with the veneers, Freddie Freeman. After last World Series, I'd be foolish not to. That guy's insane at baseball, particularly the hitting portion, and particularly the hitting with power. I think it's a no-brainer here, but I have a feeling we're going to hear a different opinion.
So, should I'm going to take the ball by the horns, and I'm going to give the vote to Freddie Freeman as well, because I want to get creative with this. Freddie Freeman, I think, is the better first baseman, just based on the fact he can hit doubles, he can hit home runs. Cal's about to tell me different, so go on, Cal.
No, I know what you're doing by saying that you're getting creative. Fine, Freeman can play first.
Okay, and because I'm going to get creative, and I think you can see where this is going, and Dan, I hope you don't have any qualms about this, but we're going to move over to third base, where I am actually going to put Vlad Guerrero Jr. because I think he's much better than Max Muncy.
See, that had...
When's the last time he played third base, Gary?
It was a very long time ago. But the thing is,
AAA?
Max Muncy, it deserves to be recognized. As much as I don't like him,
You've given him a lot of flag.
He's, well, yeah, deservedly so. Have you seen what he's done to my team? It's not nice.
That's fair.
Listen, I'm going Vladdy or fucking Addison Barger. Either one, I don't care. Maybe Addison Barger over Vladdy at third base. We can talk about Vladdy at DH if you want.
Or Ernie.
But
no.
Ernie can play third.
We'll get to second in a minute. But you know, Max Muncy does deserve his credit where it's due. He's fucking like what, 35 years old, 7,000 kilos, and he's still doing it. It's impressive. It's good. I don't want him in the team, but I don't think that we should just dismiss him.
Okay, so if we're going to move Vladdy to DH because we can get creative with the DH and pitcher.
What we want, yeah.
Who would be the Blue Jays third baseman? Are we saying it's Addison Barger?
Yeah, who's awesome, and I want him in the team over Max Muncy.
Okay, Dan.
I'm putting Ernie at third personally. I'm putting Ernie at third, but hey.
Okay, let's assume Ernie's playing middle infield. So Dan, your choice is Addison Barger or Max Muncy.
I mean, Funky Muncy. I mean, that's a defensive liability, but Daggett, it's another good left-handed bat.
Oh, see, I'm
Addison Barger.
Barger can play outfield, can't he?
Yeah.
I thought he was playing right field.
No, Lucas has been playing right field.
Oh, God, this is going to get
I'm
tough.
doing a really incredible job at it.
This is going to get tough. I thought the outfield will be quite easy.
No, we should have planned this ahead of time.
All right, I'm going to have to call it. I'm going to have to call it down the middle. And if we're not going to put Vladdy at third, I think based on this season, I'm going to have to go Barger. But I will give Muncy his flowers because I think he's been very good for a very long time. I just think Barger's currently the better player. Second base. Who are we putting the second for the Blue Jays? Are we going Jimenez or are we going Ernie Clement?
Ernie. I mean, Jimenez is a nice pinch hitter. I know who we're not putting is Tommy Edman. Well, to cut to the chase, that is the weakest link of the Dodgers. You are the weakest link, Tommy Edman. I don't know. That's a good point about Jimenez, though. A lot more experience there at second base than Ernie, but I think Ernie's a little more hot.
He is at the moment, but I think defensively, I'd rather have Jimenez. Ernie's, I was going to say great. He's not, and that's why he's not locked down a regular position anywhere, really. He's kind of just cover for everywhere, which is great. We love a utility guy, but Jimenez is a better second baseman than Clement and Tommy Edman, so I think it should be him.
I think it's a clean sweep. We're going to go Jimenez at second. Shortstop. This could be a tough one. And are we going to put Bo Bichette at short? Are we for the sake of this?
I am.
It doesn't matter who we put because
it's Bo Bichette.
All right, I'll take it.
He's been rested. He's nice and healthy. He's been chilling.
No, I think what Cal's point was on the Dodgers side, shortstop is Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay, he's a Hall of Famer. Okay, he's proven it at every level. Okay, he's done it for 10 years. Okay, he's statistically been great in the playoffs. But,
and his great vibes.
Yeah, but he is a streaky hitter. And let's not forget in the World Baseball Classic, Jeff McNeil got on base and Mookie Betts got out and then Mike Trout got out. So you telling me Jeff McNeil's more clutch than both of them? Possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'm grasping at straws here, but I'm taking Bo Bichette off an injury at my shortstop over Mookie Betts.
I'm going to say Mookie Betts because...
Why?
I just think Bichette had a really bad year last year. Like
he did, and he wasn't great this year either.
Yeah, and I just think having someone like Mookie Betts in your team, just like name value, the pitchers try and avoid him.
Yeah, but Gaz, we've got a rage bait for content reasons. So if we put Bo Bichette in,
see now you said the quiet part out loud.
See, I'm going to go Mookie Betts, and Cal, you get the deciding vote. So,
all right, Bo Bichette.
Well, there we go. You get the rage bait.
Let's go.
Okay, so just to recap, we've got Alejandro Kirk at catcher. We've got Freddie Freeman at first. We've got Addison Barger at third. We've got Jimenez at second. And we've got Bo Bichette at short. We're going to go to centre field. And last time I checked, it's Dalton Varsho for the Blue Jays, Mr. October, versus Andy Pajes, who last time I checked was hitting 100 in the postseason.
Yeah, it's Varsho. Like, bias aside, Varsho is better than Andy Pajes comfortably. So.
In every facet. I mean, yeah, Pajes had a cool little hot, September, August. they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's a real deal," and then batted 0-46 in the playoffs. So
it's not even his
or show
real
off. What's his real name?
Andrew Books, but he goes by Andy Pajes.
We got to learn Mike Stanton situation here, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Dalton Varsho, clean sweep. Lovely. We're going to go to, let's do left field. The Dodgers, to my knowledge, Kike Hernandez has been playing there. For the Blue Jays, who's been playing left field for the Blue Jays?
Fucking anyone.
They've
George
been
Springer?
rotating. Not in my last game. Let's check their box score real quick, and we'll discuss why we should probably not go
think
with.
The last game was IKF. I think. Dave Schneider's been playing there a little bit. Fuck it. Can we put George Springer there if we're having Vladdy DH?
Yeah.
Can we put
it'll be all
Springer
right.
on crutches in left field?
I'm totally fine for that. I mean, you could maybe throw. We already had Luke's in right field. No, we haven't used Luke's, have we?
Not yet, but he is he will be the starting right fielder for the World Series. So,
oh, that one could
Yeah.
get controversial.
Luke, I don't know. They've been putting Barger right. I can see Luke's in left, but we'll see.
Okay, so all right.
it would be better if Bo Bichette plays. Then you put Ernie Clement at third, Bo Bichette at short. Fuck, the Blue Jays are winning the World Series. aren't they?
Jimenez at second. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. Blue. Yeah.
All right, are we saying Jules? Are we saying Jules Springer just to get the bat in the lineup at left field?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that. We can make pinch runners as we need.
Just permanent pinch runner. Davis Snyder, off you go, son. Right field, you've got Teoscar Hernandez, who is one of the most polarizing players, I think, for the Dodgers this season because he can get you 30 home runs. He can also give you 30 errors.
Former Blue Jay.
Yeah, even more spice. Versus Nathan Lucas for the Blue Jays in right. Cal's already said he's going to go Lucas. I'm on the fence. I can be persuaded either way.
Do you know the story of Lucas this season?
No.
Let me swing your mind. He's essentially a 31-year-old rookie. This is his first year in the majors, and he didn't start in the majors either. He got called up midway through the season, and he's been one of the Blue Jays. Well, he's hitting second in the lineup for them. He's just taken every opportunity and just absolutely run with it. He's been good vibes. He's been great defensively. He's been, reliable. His bat has been fantastic. It's a really, really lovely story that he is where he is. There's a lot of really great stories on the Blue Jays this year, which, as a hopeless romantic, I fucking love it. It's the best, dude. They're such a good vibes team. I hope they're not cheating.
Gary, I know. I feel bad for picking the Dodgers yesterday on that Talking Game podcast. Shout them out if you want to hear Gary and I's interview. But yeah, I took Dodgers, and now Cal, you're kind of selling me, dude. I mean, we got to be romantic about baseball here, right? Like, I was always going to root for the Blue Jays, but now you got me believing, which is scary and a dangerous thing, I think.
Is an adult man with access to a betting app and adult money.
No, I'm not too worried about that. We already the bets are staying the same, right? Dodgers in 5, Blue Jays in 7, maybe spread a little on Blue Jays in 6. Oh, you know what? Let's just take Blue Jays in 4. No, I'm joking.
Blue Jays in 3.
You know what's crazy?
I could get great odds on that, Gary.
You know what? It's really crazy is that the Blue Jays are doing this without their ace, Alek Manoah. We haven't even touched on this yet.
Beefy boy.
Ace and Alek Manoah in the same sentence. You're taking me back to 2022.
When I was at a lot of Blue Jays games, I have a Manoah jersey. I love that man.
Oh, man.
I was so hoping that he could just pull himself together enough that he could get into the bullpen for the World Series, because nothing would be funnier than seeing that man win a World Series ring. And just the sheer arrogance about it all would be really, really fun.
Okay, are we agreed? Oh, sorry, Dan, I didn't ask. Right field, Nathan Lucas or Teoscar Hernandez?
Teoscar Hernandez. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bow out on this. I have to trade a SpongeBob card, and that's so embarrassing. But then after that, I am playing music. I have to play bass with my brother, so there is a time crunch. So I'm not just bowing out. Also, the podcast has started a little late, and I was on time. However, if you're still listening, continue listening as they finish this out. And I plan on being back. Hopefully, Gary brings me back for another episode.
Maybe he did storm off
Hopefully.
a few weeks ago, but anyway, enjoy SpongeBob, Dan. He just waved to everyone goodbye. All right, well, with Dan gone, well, no, Dan went
all
to
of his decisions then.
I'm torn. I do love a feel-good story, but I feel like we got a lot of Blue Jays in the team, so I'm going to go with Teoscar Hernandez.
As we fucking should. What do you mean?
Go Teoscar Hernandez. DH.
We've established this.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go Vladdy on the basis that the rotation, we're going to have a 4-man rotation.
And they're not allowed to hit?
They can hit. Of course they can hit.
Then, okay, let's go more rage bait. Let's do it.
Okay, 4-man rotation. Give me your best pitcher from the Blue Jays, who's a surefire.
Oh, Kevin Gausman.
Okay, I thought you were going to go Trey Savage.
No, he's been fantastic, and he's starting game 1, and his story is even better than Nathan Lucas's somehow. He's played low A, high A, double A, triple A, major leagues, and now he's in the World Series. That's this year. Pretty fucking stupid. That's a ridiculous run. Kevin Gausman's just, I think he's going to be a little bit more able to cope with the pressure. I think that it may not sink in for Savage for a couple of innings, or it really gets to him immediately and then he snaps out of it. I think Kevin Gausman's just a little bit more used to the big occasion. Not that he's pitched in the World Series before, but just being such a long service time career professional, I think that he's going to be on his game no matter what.
So Gausman's in the 4-man rotation.
Yeah, and forever giant Kevin Gausman, of course.
I'm going to back that up with a Dodger, and I'm going to go Yamamoto, because I think Yamamoto has been pretty good the last 2 years.
Fine.
Begrudgingly, Cal accepts. And this is where it's going to get weird, because I'm going to give you the 2 other names on the Dodgers side. It's Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow. Now, there's no chance in hell Tyler Glasnow gets in that team, in that rotation.
Not over, fuck it, even Trey Savage. Not over Trey Savage, not over Chris Bassett, not over... the line is maybe Max Scherzer. But I think Shane Bieber, I'd rather Shane Bieber just now.
This is where I'm going to go with it. My 4-man rotation would be Kevin Gausman, Yamamoto. I'm going to put Shohei Ohtani in there.
That's
because
fine.
I think Ohtani's quite a good pitcher. And then I'm actually going to fuck Blake Snell off. I would have Mad Max for a 4-man World Series rotation over Shane Bieber.
Yeah,
so,
that's fair.
Just because I think to rise to the occasion, he's going to be your game 4 starter, right? You're not realistically for the Blue Jays, they're going to go Kevin Gausman. They're going to go Trey Savage, Kevin Gausman, Shane Bieber. Max Scherzer will probably get game 4 or game 3. He'll just get a start somewhere because I think the way he pitched in the championship series, he deserves it.
Has he won a World Series before? Probably.
Don't know. Actually, I'll fact check that. But just for his experience, you just want him to go. Look, the Dodgers starters can go 6-7 innings for fun. They kind of have to with their bullpen. The thing with Max Scherzer is he can go 2 times through the order. If you get 4 or 5 innings out of him, that's a successful day for Mad Max, and he can turn it up for one last game.
I think he could. He does have the potential to kind of mad bum it a little bit, where he starts the one game and then if it's getting close, game 4, you're on for the sweep. You bring him in for the last 2. His arm will be hanging on by a thread, but he'll die on that fucking mound, dude. He doesn't give a shit. Just put the ring on his casket and he'll die a happy man. I think that there is less in the tank, but still more for Scherzer over a couple days rest. I don't think that you get as effective stuff out of Chris Bassett or Kevin Gausman on a day's rest, on 2 days rest. But I think you Savage being so young, it's possible, and Scherzer being like, this is it. This is the last run. I reckon he'll just empty it out. If they have to amputate his fucking arm, so be it.
Yeah, Scherzer's got 2 rings. So
Good. Have a third.
What a way to go out if he gets a third. Before we move on to start bench cut, and I've just realised Dan was doing one of the start bench cuts. So that's poor planning on our part. What's your World Series prediction? And how many games?
Oh, Jays in 5. I think the Blue Jays. I think the Dodgers win Game 3, the first one in LA. But I just the Blue Jays just hit the ball all the fucking time. They don't necessarily rely on home runs for their runs. Neither do the Dodgers, but they got the home runs, they got the doubles, they got fucking triples in them. They're just hitting the ball. They're defensively good enough. Like, I think they may be better defensively than the Dodgers, and I think the Dodgers are a good defensive team. Their bullpen's better. I think that's a lot of what it comes down to. As much as individually, player for player, the Dodgers may be better, barring like Dalton Varsho in center field, realistically,
and second base,
and at second base. I just think the Blue Jays are a better team.
I've got Blue Jays in 6, and I said this on the podcast. I said this on the recording we did yesterday. That's purely because Yamamoto will start 1 game and Ohtani will start 1 game. And I think if you see them a second chance, you got more of a chance against them. But I'm gonna, the Brit does baseball curse. I'm not gonna say it, but Blake Snell might be a bit of a struggle for him. I can just see Roger Center, roof on, roof. Well, they've only got a roof. It does open and retract, which I'm now just realizing. I think Blake Snell could struggle, and I think Yamamoto will pitch well. I think Tyler Glasnow is the equivalent of Max Scherzer. He will get 1 start, and I think Mad Max will take that game from him. But I've got Blue Jays in 6.
Do you think we see what do you reckon is the most number of times a player has been filmed crying on the field in a season? Could Roki Sasaki break it with 2?
Potentially.
That could be an interesting one to bet on.
He'll have to pitch in every game, the way their bullpen is.
I think he'll probably pitch in 3 or 4, to be fair. If he's only doing 1 2/3, then just take him out when someone gets a hit off him. If it isn't within the first 3 batters, then just save him. Just be manager.
Final Brit Does Baseball World Series predictions. Cal has got the Blue Jays in 5. I've got the Blue Jays in 6. Dan has either the Dodgers in 5, the Blue Jays in 5, the Blue Jays in 7, and every possible combination within. But I think he originally said the Dodgers in 5, so we'll stick with that. And our final combined team, you've got Alejandro Kirk at catcher. You've got at first base. Oh my God, I've forgotten already. Freddie Freeman at first. At second, we've got Jimenez. At shortstop, we've gone with
Bo Bichette.
Oh my God, my memory's bad. Third base, we've got Addison Barger. Center field, Dalton Varsho. Right field, Teoscar Hernandez. Left field, we have gone George Springer with a wheelchair. DH, we've got Vlad Guerrero Jr. And
that's 2 Dodgers.
Well, no, we've got 2 in the rotation, Shohei and Yamamoto.
It's 2 Dodgers, and it's not even their best 2.
I'd say Freeman is.
I don't know. I think there's an argument to be made that Ohtani's a better DH than Vladdy.
Yeah, but I want to get Vladdy in the team.
That's fair. Me too. Well, we can have him pitch.
We've got Ohtani, Yamamoto, and then Kevin Gausman, and we've gone with Mad Max Scherzer just for the World Series team because
for heritage.
Yeah, let him go out with a bang. or with one less ligament in his arm. That's going to bring us almost to the end of the show. We've got one final start bench cut. As always, 3 options. You start one, you bench one, you cut one. Cal's got the baseball one. I've now going to have to do the non-baseball one because Dan has decided to go trade a SpongeBob card. Shout out Joe De Los Santos for trading for a SpongeBob card. Was on the
Great
podcast.
DM.
Yeah, great. Didn't even know SpongeBob cards were a thing. We laughed. Dan was laughing as well earlier, we promise. Cal, do you want to kick it off with the baseball one?
Yeah, so this is so a segment that I want to do in the future is a team based off of people that we saw that didn't play on our team, but we really liked. And if we were, off of the one thing we saw this year, they'd be in our team of the season of people that didn't play for our team kind of thing. We're working out the kinks on that. But in a similar vein, I loved these 3 pitchers whenever I saw them this year. I thought they were great. If you could have one be your starter in just an elimination game, whether it be Game 7 of the World Series or you need it for the wild card, whatever, it's just you have to win this game. Your 3 options for starting pitchers are Hunter Green, Brian Wu, and Logan Webb. Start one, bench one, cut one.
It's tough. Oh, it's tough. Based at the moment, I'm going to start Brian Wu. And that, honestly, it's a 50-50. It's probably 51-49, him over Logan Webb. So I'm going to bench Logan Webb. I'm going to cut Hunter Green, and I'll tell you why. I think Hunter Green's the most explosive out of the 3. He's got the fastball. But, he's been plagued by injuries a little bit this year. And teams do get to him more than you'd think. Like, he will go 8 innings, 12 strikeouts. And then the next 2 starts, he'll go like 5 innings and give up 3 runs, which isn't terrible. But he can be got to, and he's quite injury prone. For longevity, and I think as, the ace of the Giants for the last 5 years or however many, Logan Webb. I would trust him in a playoff game any day of the week. But based currently, I think Brian Wu's had a great season. And I think
that's fair.
He's gone under the radar for the Mariners because of how good their pitching staff has been for years. But this year has been the first year where people have gone, oh, Wu. Like, woo! What about yourself?
Yeah.
Who are you going with as a Giants fan?
I'm starting Logan Webb, but every time I saw Hunter Green pitch this year, I was excited. I loved watching him. So for the sake of not just picking Giants guys all the time, I'm going to start Hunter Green because it's just exciting. That's what I want to see. This is the FA Cup final. This is the Champions League of baseball. I want someone to just go out there and go absolutely ballistic for like 3 2/3, and then bring in the long relievers, play the long game, start walking people intentionally, all that bullshit. So I'm going to start Hunter Green. I'm going to bench Logan Webb because I could never cut him, which means that I'm sorry, Brian. As wonderful as you've been all year, I just prefer the other 2 guys on this list.
That's fair. That's a great one to end on. My non-baseball one, which I've just thought, it's loosely baseball related. It's going to be career paths. So
okay.
We all know that Dan works with boats, not ships, just boats.
Man.
He's a boat man. So I'm going to give you 3 potential careers which are loosely based on baseball franchises, and you can start one, bench one, cut one. Okay. So the first one is an astronaut.
Right.
From the Astros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's loosely connected. The second one is you can be a royal. You can be a member of the Monarch after the Kansas City Royals. And the third one, you can be a pirate, named after the Pittsburgh Pirates. So what are you starting, benching, and cutting?
I'm cutting the Royals. Just as a general concept. See, that's them. That's them trying to silence me. I'm not. I did listen. The monarchy does some really great things for charity, but ultimately takes quite a lot of tax money that I don't really think is super necessary. I don't know how super necessary having a monarchy is. I don't really want to be a part of it. Thank you. I'm gonna bench being a pirate because I get quite seasick,
Oh,
so I don't
great. Fair
think I
enough.
can hang. And so even though I'm cripplingly afraid of space, it's gonna be me and Matt Damon up there growing potatoes or whatever the fuck that movie's about. The Martian, is it? I don't know. I've seen 6 movies and 4 of them were Indiana Jones. So, yeah,
They've got
I'll
5
start.
movies of that, haven't they?
Yeah,
Or-
I watched Toy Story once. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll be an astronaut because I don't think I could. Also, I don't like conflict. I'm not a very aggressive guy.
You could be a nice pirate.
I don't see, because then that's just a sailor.
Which would work on a boat, and therefore you would see that in your line of work. See
Well,
how it
he'd
all-
be doing contracts or something. I still don't know what he does, but it's to do with boats exclusively. I heard he was a chief dinghy inspector the other day. I don't know. Yeah, what would you do? Are you going into space, or are you
Oh no,
being
no!
hated by most people around the world?
I'm gonna be a pirate.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel
rum.
good with an eye patch. Wouldn't even need it. Have a parrot as well. Why not?
Sick.
Talk to myself anyway.
It's just Boo on your shoulder. Massive greyhound sat on you.
Yeah, parrots are really big over in England. I'm gonna start being a pirate. I'm gonna bench and I don't like astronaut. I wouldn't want to be an astronaut. I'm gonna bench being a royal, but I'd Prince Harriet. So I'd be a royal.
Prince
and
Andrew.
look, for fuck's sake. We went an hour and 10 minutes. I'm not
Hell
even
yeah.
gonna cut that. I'm not even gonna cut that.
Right. You're a pedophile. Fuck you, Andrew.
Yeah, fair. We almost made it. We almost
Yeah.
made it, right? Didn't have to
No
edit
one's
it.
listening here. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, fine. I'm benching a royal. I'm going to cut being an astronaut because I just don't like the idea of space. I'm a land mammal for a reason. I'm not up in the air.
Fair. Well, join me and Matt Damon. We're making fucking hash browns in capsules or
I can
whatever
just
that
go
movie's
to
about.
go down the calf to the road to get that.
Not if you were a royal, you couldn't.
No, that's true. I'd get someone to get it for me. That's going to wrap up a Brit Does Baseball Does podcast. Our episode titled "Whoa, it's the World Series." We filmed this on the 23rd of October. The World Series kicks off tomorrow evening / Saturday morning if you're like me and Cal in the UK. All that's left to say is Dan's been selling a SpongeBob card and works with boats. Cal's been Cal, Gaz has been Gaz, all Rosalie, back to boats. You've been amazing this season. We will catch you after the World Series where our off-season programming begins. And we've got a couple of nice series on the way. So until then, enjoy the rest of baseball for 2025. Thank you and goodbye.